lead.
All right. Okay. Um,
Remember, you can't start late.
all right. Very good morning to all of you. Good morning, Franklin. Good morning, our viewers. This is our weekly check-in.
Morning, Sebastian.
Today is Wednesday, 21st. And before we discuss anything, of course, as the rule is of the show, we first hear from the people we have on and where they are calling from and what is happening there. Franklin, where are you? What is happening with you?
Great, wonderful being on this show again, Sebastian, and for hosting us. My name is Franklin. I am tuning in from Arusha, Tanzania. It is much warmer. The story of Arusha has been minus almost sub-zero temperatures for the past 2 months. But yeah, it's getting warmer. And we're excited also at MSTCDC, where I'm tuning in from to co-host a wonderful event happening today. Yeah, so that's what's happening here.
Okay,
Yep.
It's nice to hear that you're having an experience of the North Pole in temperatures.
Yeah.
I am myself enjoying Tanzania. I'm in Dar es Salaam. I am here to attend a youth peace and security meeting organized by the East African community. And as you know that our region, we are trying to strive for a peaceful and stable region so that we can have all the benefits that come with integration. But before we go
Yeah, you
on,
seem to be at a hotel or something. That's not your house, definitely.
well, you wouldn't know. Do not speculate. You wouldn't know whether
okay.
this is my new residence. But yes, I am enjoying the space of the 4 Points Hotel here in
You only travel 5-star.
And for our
Okay.
colleagues that are watching us live, we encourage you to interact with us. You can drop a comment. We see you, Chanda John. And I think today, John is from Zambia. Today we should, I think, send John an invitation. John, we are going to send you an invitation to be part of our live broadcast here in the studios of the Youth Pulse Check-In. In a few moments, you will be receiving a DM from us.
Yep.
Now, before we do anything else, I want to assess current news that has been happening on. Franklin, you know what is happening across the world. While most of
Yeah.
us are struggling to get the COVID vaccine,
Yeah.
I learned of something that is happening and is fresh and new.
Tell
And
us.
it is called space tourism. You know, billionaires
Mm-hmm.
are at a point now to just leave this earth and go view it from, I don't know, from space. The other day, we had the inaugural flight going, and then yesterday, Jeff Bezos, arguably the richest man in the world, also took off to the skies. And what is interesting, all they do there is just look down on Earth for like 24 hours, and they come back. But I think that goes a long way to showing how insane technology is now. And the big question is,
Yeah.
if we are having such massive breakthroughs, why are we on our knees from a pandemic? How are we not getting a solution from it? Yet again,
I'm telling you, people have money. By the way, you say they go there for 24 hours. I think it's even less than 3 minutes. They are there for just 3 minutes or 4. And then they come back. And billions of dollars are spent. Well, that's the reality of life. It seems inequalities and differences in country and personal earnings are getting wider.
okay. So
Yeah.
today, We are having John from Zambia, and then I see Abraham Isaac watching from Nigeria. How can I be part of ULID? Isaac, you can drop
Mm-hmm.
us a DM on this Facebook page you're watching from, or you can, when you drop the DM, also you can follow up by sending an email to ulid@ulid.africa. When you do that, we shall be able to touch base with you, and you will be part of the ULID family. I also see Jackie Nagai Jackie from Kampala. I think today, Franklin, we should have, because today is a big day. This afternoon we are hosting a very important event, the AFCFTA
Mm.
Fireside Chats. And today I think I am giving leeway to our colleagues. Initially we would have our guests in the studio, but today we have chosen that no, let the people following us be the guests in the studio. So because
Mm. That's wonderful.
Isaac and Jackie are the first people to comment today, June, Isaac, and Jackie, I am dropping a link so that you can join us. But only join us when you turn on your video, because we would like to hear how you're doing, but it is also a good sight to see how you
Mm-hmm.
are. Okay,
Talking of
so
Uganda, what I read an interesting article. Uganda is sending more government officials than athletes to Tokyo. What's happening?
well, very many arguments can be made, but oversight is key. We need our team safe and sound, and to have all the
Okay.
support, diplomatic, technical, all the support they need. And we are praying
Ah,
that they have very good returns. We also see
yeah,
you,
sure.
Muhammad Musa from Comoros. You're most welcome
Mm.
to join us. Um,
You tell them to type where they are coming from on the screen.
Mm-hmm.
sorry.
Hello?
Just a moment. There was a small glitch on my end, but yes.
Okay.
So, Muhammad, I also see you. Colleagues, I have dropped you, our friends that are catching us live, I have dropped you a link. Feel free to join it. But while at it, I want us to go and discuss the elephant in the room, Franklin. This afternoon, you lead together with UNDP, EACF, and all our partners, the African Youth Charter hustlers, you know, the colleagues from the United Republic of South Sudan, and everyone we are collaborating with. We are hosting
Mm.
the AFCF Fireside Chat, and
Yeah.
very
By
quickly
the
I
way,
want
I'm
to
sorry to
yes, Franklin.
interrupt, Sebastian. I'm just seeing wonderful places where people are tuning in from. Comoros, Moroni. Would it be wonderful to visit Comoros one day to just see how the tourism there is as part of the FCFTA free movement? If Musa would tell us what it takes to go there, we would really appreciate.
Well, I can tell you that it is no piece of cake traveling during the pandemic because of
Mm.
the zillion tests you take. I have also realized
Wow.
there is a challenge we are facing as a continent, that I think it is not unique to Africa, that when people are traveling, for example, now they need to be tested on arrival. I don't know why we are not,
Mm.
yet they need to also be tested before they leave their countries. I don't know why we are not
Wow.
trusting that their home countries are testing them and giving them genuine results. But I think that is a very
Mm.
important question to have around, that
Yeah.
whose results should we trust? Okay. So now, Franklin, very briefly, tell me how geared up you are for this afternoon. I am so excited. We have been discussing this topic from the start of the week. We had the youth hustlers be part of it. They were telling us how the youth charter needs to be ratified across the continent, and how
Mm.
youth are a very big conglomerate of beneficiaries of the AFCFTA. We had colleagues from the Olympics Committee telling us that they have had a very big problem, a very big challenge with exporting sport within Africa. that sport. While we hear of the Ronaldos and the Messis, I think a colleague, Brandon, from the Uganda Olympics Committee, was sharing the other day that it is very hard to have sportsmen trade within the continent. And he was also looking at AFCFTA as his safety net as a sportsman, saying that it will go a long way to opening those barriers that they have been having. So it is safe to say that all disciplines of trade are looking at AFCFTA, mostly the young people. And I know the other day, yesterday, I think, when I joined the call, you were in the middle of a discussion with colleagues, and the discussion was around e-commerce and how AFCFTA can also go a long way into aiding an easy transmission of these goods, how to export them. So I just want to know, because this simple background to our viewers simply shows that AFCFTA is not unique to these big business traders. Yeah? That even startups, young people are openly looking up to them. And now I see that we have colleagues from the East African Community Youth Ambassadors Platform. Let me have them first introduce themselves.
Great.
But as they join, we also see you, Emiru Jacobs Blanks from Kampala, Uganda.
Where is that?
Very nice to hear from you. I am also impressed. Usually, Kampala is not in the center of Uganda. It's quite distant from the center. And Odunga and Deda watching in from Kenya. Thank you for tuning in. So today we are discussing. We were first of all, colleagues, when you tell us where you are calling in from, also add on a comment explaining to us what is happening there. So we'd like to know, for example, the colleague from Jacob from Kaberamaido, tell us how is the lockdown taking you, because I know in Uganda there is a lockdown. And Odunga, Kenya, how is Kenya during this pandemic? Sir Junior Kinywa from Nairobi, Kenya. He is of the Voluntary Action Leaders, and I must say that Kinywa has been an ardent follower of this check-in. He's usually part of it. Kinywa, we appreciate you always being part of us. Anyway, so Franklin, tell us. Speaking of Kinywa, you're most welcome to the Youth Pulse. Kinywa, can you hear me? All right, Kinywa, I encourage you to turn on your video so that you can join us in studio, and we check with you how Kenya is doing, Nairobi specifically, where we are. Hans, I am also requesting you to turn on your video so that we can have better deliberations. All right, Franklin, following everyone we have posted on the Pulse check-in this week, and their concerns about AFCFTA, like I said, ranging from sports, going down to technology and e-commerce, then coming down to the sheer travel. The hustlers who are really challenged by the fact that we still have very many barriers traveling within the continent. What do you expect from this afternoon? Before you go, I want to also recognize the presence of Everest watching in from Nigeria. Today, Franklin, we are having great interest from across Africa.
I'm telling you.
Extremely interesting.
It's wonderful. Yeah. So
you're most welcome. Please introduce yourself and tell us where you're coming from and what is happening there. Komi, you need to unmute.
Hi guys, my name is Anita Komi. Am I audible now? Hello.
Yes, we hear you, Anita.
You coming in from?
Franklin, can you hear me?
Yes, I hear you, Anita.
You are clear. Can you hear us?
Oh, cool. My name is Anita Komjisha Komi. I am streaming live from Bushenyi district. That's in the western part of. I think. Let me try and reload the page. Hopefully, it will be clearer then.
You're really clear. I don't know how you feel or not, but we can see you clearly and we can hear you well. All right, we have lost Komi. We shall get her back, I think. And all right, Uganda's gone full board on this one. Tracy J. Allen from Uganda. See you. Lokiro Kidon from Karamoja. Okay. So today we have all parts of Uganda: Central Uganda, Eastern, Western, Northwest, and then the rest of Africa. All right.
They're coming to defend their country against allegations of sending more government officials to the Olympics. Welcome, Team Uganda.
Bernard, you're most welcome to the Africa Youth Pulse check-in. How are you and where are you calling in from?
Thank you very much. I'm calling from Mukono, the same place I was in yesterday. And as you can see, I'm in office. And I'm glad to join you today again, discussing pertinent issues of creating one market as Africa, especially seeing how we can engage the young people. I'm so happy that I'm meeting you people. It was a nice discussion yesterday. My brother over there, he was traveling to Dar es Salaam. I don't know how Dar es Salaam is doing. And I look forward to meeting you physically one day.
Well, since you're in Mukono, when I return to Kampala, surely we should set up a date.
Sure.
Now that you're in office, are we to believe that you are an essential worker?
I'm among the 10%.
Okay. All right. We have Komi back here. Komi, talk to us. Okay. So it is impressive how we are having very many people today join us. But Franklin, the question to you was, what do you expect of this afternoon's deliberations? You have heard the cries of the young people, and I personally believe that they are going to be overwhelming on the fireside chat, asking development partners, asking government actors what they need as AFCFTA to achieve the One African market, but also I'm hoping that they can press these actors and partners to make commitments towards achieving a One African market. Franklin, over to you. What do you make of this afternoon's deliberations? What are your expectations?
Yeah, thank you. I'm glad to be here again. My expectations are twofold. One, I hope that we will have a conversation where the young entrepreneurs who are actually drawn from across Africa, there are around 5 of them, drawn from East, Central, West, Southern and Northern Africa, will actually have their practical experiences documented, the challenges they're facing, the breakthroughs that they've had in terms of their businesses on the continent. And then, secondly, the policymakers will respond to these challenges in terms of what the AFCFTA envisions to achieve, and how these challenges specifically that have been raised by the young entrepreneurs or should be addressed. So it will be, I hope it will be a solution-based conversation where the challenges are addressed and then the solutions to these challenges are also suggested during the conversation. And then in the end, all these ideas will be curated and then forwarded to the FCFTA Secretariat, also forwarded to the national and regional AFCFTA implementation committees that were set up from last year to this year, so that these practical ideas from the young entrepreneurs can be captured as policy recommendations, as action recommendations in the national and regional areas where the FCFTA is being implemented. Yes, can you hear me? Sebastian?
I think he's muted,
Sebastian.
but I was your conversation, your submission.
Sebastian could be muted, right?
I think so.
Yeah, Sebastian, we see your smile, but we can't hear you. Wow.
Now, can you hear me now?
Yes, we hear you now.
Great. Okay. So, frankly, now I wanted to follow up your conversation, and I was saying that the beauty of this fireside chat it is that it is not ending in the room. That these recommendations young people are having are going to be followed up. So, for colleagues that are following us online, I think we are going to share a link in the comment section for you to be able to register for this afternoon session. But I want to ask you now, Bernard, have you already registered to be part of the fireside chat this afternoon?
I'm actually on my computer registering for the event.
Okay. It is nice to hear that. And for those of you who might be wondering what we are talking about, what event everyone is hyped up about, it is right here. It is how can Africa's youth make the One African Market magic a reality. It is happening today at 2 p.m. At 4 p.m. East African time. So if you are that is likely going to be about 2 hours behind East Africa, and I think the same case for Southern Africa. Therefore, we encourage you to strive to be part of this. Register. Franklin, if you may be so kind to help me share the link. You could share it with me.
Let me share the link.
Yeah, I can't seem to find it on my machine here. I can share the link, and the colleagues who have not yet tuned in and registered can register. All right. So, fast forward. Hans, I see you are back. Can you hear us? Hans, can you hear us? And Jacob has responded. He says, well, I am grateful to be part of this session, listening from the fellow and senior youth like me. Here in Uganda, it's a bit technical for most youth to survive and operate in most of the activities as a result of the second wave of the pandemic. As a result of the second wave of the pandemic, Jacob has gone out with a very long comment, and the country being put under lockdown, most youth being students, it has been a big punch since only a few can access online education. Meanwhile, in this side of the market, all these businesses operating have not been moving on normally, since it involves transportation, which has been restricted, putting everything at risk, and cost of transportation hiked as well. With regard to online marketing in Uganda, it's still low. So I must say it is. So I must say life is a bit challenging, though we are trying as much as possible to make it. That is that is from Jacob, and he concludes by saying, "Thanks for this program." Well, Jacob, we are happy that you can have an avenue to vent as a young person and share your thoughts. And we also hope that the situation in Uganda gets better. I know that we have about 6 days to end that lockdown. And my prayer is that the guidance of the president can be that we open up as a country, but in a more safe way and not extend the lockdown so that we can ease on some of these things. And now we have straight from Nairobi, Kenya, an advocate of the High Court and all courts subordinate, Ruth Ogola. Hi, Ruth. You're welcome to the Check-in Pulse. Ruth, if you could unmute yourself. Ruth? Okay. So, moving on, we have Deborah and Teresa. I always feel blessed to hear from fellow youth listening in from Uganda. In the next pulse, I am going to put, I'm going to dare other countries to participate on this pulse as much as the Pearl of Africa does. Huh? Franklin, as someone coming in from Arusha, it is a big test for the people on that side of your world. But our friends, as I earlier shared, this afternoon we are having a fireside chat, and we are discussing realization of the One African market by young people. So it is important, even if you have not yet registered, drop a question here. If you had a question for probably your Minister of Trade, your Minister of Youth, or the development partners that sometimes fund the implementation of these projects, what question would you have for them, or what commitment would you want them to make towards the realization of this One African market? But you could also share with us openly, what is your vision of this One African market? Do you want it to be largely electronic? Do you prefer that we move borders without restrictions, without probably getting a visa? Do you prefer that we remove direct taxes so that then we can have taxes on goods that are indirect? Share with us. I see now, after mentioning that Uganda is leading, friends from Kenya, Kelvin Waweru, watching in from Nairobi. We focus on youth empowerment and employability. We hear you, and I think it is a very big point, Franklin, the point of employability, because the African community boasts of its very huge youthful population. And I think it is very important that we look for avenues to employ young people. And one of those avenues is having a One African market, a market where young people who have products can then sell them to young people that are probably not necessarily in their location. So before we leave, I want to hear from Bernard. Bernard, what is your vision of the One African market?
Yes, thank you for the opportunity once again, my brother. One of the things I anticipate is to see that as we go to African One market without barriers, one is that the things that I look forward to is seeing the regulation of this of this market. How will it be, especially when it is online? For example, online business. That's my area of focus. When we delve into the aspect of online business, what measures are there to make sure that fraud is not endangering the business or the trade, because if we continue having cases of fraud online, then I think it will be a great barrier. So I anticipate that as we deliberate on this issue, such pertinent issues should be put into consideration, such as we can come up with a way on how to regulate this one market, especially on the online market, so that we can create the confidence, we can create the trust that the people have lost in the, as I mentioned it the other day, that people fail to trust us, fail to trust the fellow Africans, because maybe we are raised together, and we have maybe fallen victims of fraud over the internet. And then, yeah, I think that one should be given consideration, and I look forward to seeing or even contributing on how it can be done better.
Thank you so much. I like the part where you commit towards having an effort in achieving what you want the one African market to look like. And I think that that is the way, as we young people, we should move. That instead of always agonizing, let us bring solutions on the table, but solutions that we are also willing to effect, that we are also willing to put effort in. Homie, can you hear us now? We have Komi, we have Brian, we have Hans, and we have Kinua in the studio. I just need to know which of you can hear us now. All right. As you know, our check-in always lasts not more than 40 minutes. And we are now already 32 minutes into the check-in. So as we conclude, I see Abby. Abby, can you hear us? All right, so colleagues, like we promised, the link that has been just shared on the group, I mean in the comment section, is the link that you should use to be able to join. You should be able to join the conversation this afternoon. Brian, I know I can see that you are hearing me. I want you to talk back to me. Good morning, Brian.
Pata kile ambacho kinastahili, haki binadamu inapatikana pia. Wamefanya kazi kubwa kikweli, kati ya ngoma ambayo ali.
Good morning, Brian. All right, Jacob is back here. Jacob is saying the quality of products matters a lot when we talk to a one African market. Therefore, I urge all countries registered to participate in this action to improve on the value of the marketed products, mostly in the field of agriculture and other areas as well. Yes, Jacob, that conversation was big here yesterday when we were asking ourselves why African countries would rather import the same product from abroad as opposed to getting it from another African country that is producing it. And of course, reservations were on quality of that product. So when I see you saying that quality of a product should be key, I think that that is also an important thing, so that when I'm buying something that is made in Uganda, I am happy that I am buying something of good quality and something that is going to last. All right, Kinua, can you say hello to us? And so should Brian before we close. I see Bernard has joined us again. Kinua? All right then. So, ladies and gentlemen, young people of East Africa, of West Africa, Southern Africa, North Africa, and Central Africa, thank you so much for being part of our weekly ULEAD East African Youth Ambassadors Platform African Youth Pulse Check-in. Franklin, do you have any last words? And then I will let everyone say goodbye.
I just want to appreciate. I think we could find a way of posting on our social media pages everyone who was here about this event. If that would be possible, it would be really good so that we can have an even bigger audience joining us this afternoon at 4 p.m. East Africa time, 2 p.m. UTC, 3 p.m. if you're joining in from Europe or Central Europe, and 9 a.m. if you're in the US. So let us have a massive push online for this event so that as many young people, as many policymakers can join us for the AFCFT Fireside Chat.
All right, Franklin, I know you probably could be having access to Facebook where you are. Just help me share a poster this event in the comment section for our colleagues. I see you, Kelvin. You have shared your email. We shall be able to reach out to you, and I'm happy to say that you will be now part of the ULEAD family, which means that you get communication from us on upcoming events, and we shall also now send a communication to you on this afternoon. Albert is just joining us, and he's saying he's from Bugoma. Ivan, you will tell us which country that is. I'm very sure it is Uganda or Kenya. All right. Harriet is in the studios. So is Joel. So we have finally colleagues from the African Youth Charter of Hustlers. Harriet, you want to say hello to us?
Yeah, sure, definitely. I'm happy to be here. Hello, everyone. I think that's what you asked me to do.
Yeah, Harriet, where are you calling in from, and what is the situation there?
Harriet.
Yes, Ivan, I beg your pardon?
Ivan, Harriet, I'm asking, where are you calling from? What is the situation there? And tell us briefly about Hustlers, because we are soon concluding.
Exactly. So I think I'll say a lot about the Hustlers. My name is Harriet, and I come from Uganda. In the studio today, I have a number of colleagues. At least I'm able to see some of the Ugandan Hustlers on board, like my brother here. But I'll talk about the charter in the youth charter or the chapter in Uganda, which is more of a mandate for us as young people to bring on board fellow voices of young people in Uganda, but also see how best to have a collective approach towards addressing the many issues that concern us. Yeah, so basically this is how we come on board with ULEAD, because it's aligned with something that we are already doing. So we are definitely happy to be part of this journey, and we hope the voices of young people are more amplified on board. Thank you.
Thank you. Joel, I see you are also part of us. Joel is also a member of the Hustlers. Hello, Joel. Joel.
Yes, hello, how are you? Hello.
I'm okay. I have realized we are having feedback from you, which means that you are live and you are also trying to watch yourself on Facebook or Twitter. I don't know which you are streaming from.
No, I'm on the phone, but the phone has sometimes earphones.
Okay, Joel, where are you calling in from?
I'm calling from Uganda. Uganda, and I'm a hustler.
All right, Joel, I know that the hustlers have heavily invested in the event happening this afternoon. What are your expectations as Joel towards the conversations this afternoon?
Sorry. I didn't.
I am asking what your expectations towards the conversation this afternoon are.
I address the concern because I'm sure we have enough of them who've been raising this throughout this. So if they can address some of those, very happy and honored.
Okay. All right. I unfortunately cannot read Arabic, but I see you, Alexandria from Egypt. You say you are originally from the Republic of South Sudan and an advocate for a one African market, and you are happy to be here. Please, Alexandria, we shall be very happy to have you as part of the conversations this afternoon. Follow the comment that is now broadcasting. It has Franklin Mirelli and it has a Zoom link. Please apply, Alexandria, as you say you are an ardent advocate of the One African market. We will be happy to hear from you this afternoon. And then Debbie has come up to say, Harriet, hey, share your Facebook account. Deborah from Uganda. Deborah, Harriet has seen your comment. She has shared it, and I will be able to relay it. There you go. All right. So on top of having conversations, the ULEAD Pulse Check is also coming off as a platform of socializing and extending our social networks, which is a good thing. 42 minutes into the check-in this afternoon now, to some parts of the continent, still morning to some, but we unfortunately have to come to an end. And as the discipline is, we always check out in our local languages. So we shall start with you, Harriet. You say goodbye to us, but in your local language. But you tell us local language, and then you say goodbye.
I love this. So I don't know what I should say because I'm originally from Rwanda, though Ugandan and currently in Germany.
Look at that. We are clearly going to be hearing 3 languages today.
Okay, so in my mother tongue, we say ngaho. In Luganda, it is mweraba or weraba. In German, they say choose, bis bald. Yeah.
All right. But before we go off, I think it will be unfair. I like I shared earlier, I am here in Dar es Salaam, enjoying the city. It's been a long time since I removed my mask. And the young people out there should know that I am in company of someone.
Wow.
He would rather not show face, but I'm just going to request him to briefly come here and say hello to us. He should tell us who he is and where he's tuning from and the situation there. He's also making me look unserious by now.
You brought someone on board. Come on. We know this guy. Happy to see him.
Harriet, that's exciting you here, eh? Amakuru yawe.
Ni sawa cyane. Amakuru yawe.
Meze neza, uri hehe?
Ndi muri Germany.
Wagiye Deutschland.
Nagiye Deutschland kwiga Dutch.
Uyiga ki?
Ndi muri program yo bita Africa Com. Africa Com.
Oh, Africa Com. Yeah, ndagize.
Sawa.
Nice to see you.
Nice to see you.
Other brilliant, important Africans joining in this morning. It's a great honor having you, and let's together push Africa. Let's move it forward. Usually these days I say that we are building the next Africa. I submit.
All right, that there was Ivan Atiyambe and is the director of the ULEAD program. Okay, so fast forward, Ivan came on and came in with a lot of following. We unfortunately have come to an end. Franklin, you are next
No,
to
but
say.
Yep.
I think, Franklin, we need to have a social media action. Give us
Yeah.
the instructions, all of us who are here, at least give us a post that we can share on our personal social media immediately before we can
Yeah.
say hi.
Yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen, I've posted the link to the Zoom. You can copy that. It's written undp.zoom.us, and then there's the other end of the link. But what we're going to post also now on the chat is the poster. So in a few minutes, you're going to see the poster coming up. So once you see that poster with the speakers and the timings, you can feel free to take that poster, download it, and then post on your social media platform immediately the program ends. So let me just do that quickly. I've been trying to find it. Then we can then call it a day. So Sebastian, I think you can proceed with the other languages, and then in a few minutes, in a minute or two, I'll have the poster ready on the chat.
Okay. Before we close, I want to also recognize Stephen or Stefan following in from Juba, South Sudan. He says he loves the program. We are happy that you do. And sorry, my name is Kushei Ungech Madut from Alexandria, Egypt. Oh, I'm so sorry for calling you Alexandria. Ungech Madut. I had earlier openly declared that I do not have knowledge of how to read Arabic, but I encourage you again to register on this link that is posted by our page, Leader Africa, in the comment section. Please register and be part of the conversations, the fireside chat this afternoon with development partners, with government actors. All right. So fast forward, we have had 3 languages from Harriet. Lucky are we that have had such diversity in one person. Every time I am trying to end the program, someone comes in with conversation. Atem Dua Majok Ajak is joining in from Juba. The Republic of South Sudan is now heavily invested too. Colleagues, you are most welcome. I encourage you to always be part of the African Youth Pulse. And the Pulse happens every Monday and every Wednesday from 10:30 a.m. in the morning. Although because of requests from our friends from other regions of the continent, we have moved it to 11 so that we can accommodate their time zones too. All right. So because we have committed to sharing a link, the link has been shared. And our second commitment was to sharing a poster. We shall not be ending the chat before we share that poster. But also on social media, I encourage all of us to use the hashtag AFCFTA Fireside Chats. I have shared it, AFCFTA Fireside Chats. If you have any question about the young African market, if you have suggestions on how it should go on, please share them. And I see Aleng Charity from Juba too. Okay, now I feel like we need to hear what is happening in Juba. Charity, Atem, Steven, one of you should share with us in the chat box. How is Juba and what is the environment over there? Joel, can you hear me now?
I can hear you.
Great. It is your turn to bid us farewell in your local language. While we wait.
Just farewell. So I'm a little short, but I rather stick to English. and thank you, Yala.
Joel, we can hear you.
Yala. I'll just use bye from my language and I will say Alamanoi. That means thank you so much.
Ah,
And I
okay.
can also the rest in it so I might be struggling here.
All right. What was your tribe again, Joel?
It is sort.
Ah, so you come from the far east.
Yeah, yes.
Is that Soroti?
I know Palisa.
Ah, Palisa. All right.
Yeah.
So as we conclude, Monji Kibicho from Nairobi, please advise if AFCFTA is operational. And if so, is there a certificate like we do with COMESA? Okay, I think this is going to be a very important question for this afternoon. Franklin, this should be registered and we shall be able to revert. For all the questions that were shared on the Pulse check-in, as the host of this check-in, I pledge to bring back responses from the fireside chats this afternoon. All the questions that were shared from Monday have been compiled and have been shared with the moderator of the chat this afternoon. And as soon as responses come in on our next chat, fireside chat, which I think we shall agree on, it is supposed to be on Monday, but I think with the pressure of getting the Youth of Africa responses, we might schedule an impromptu tomorrow to be able to serve the purpose of responding to these questions and following up on the fireside chats. But also, Mwanji, if I wouldn't want you to wait till tomorrow to get your response, please register for the fireside chats this afternoon and be able to hear your response. Your question has been captured and it is going to be shared and consequentially responded to. All right, Franklin, have we had any success from your side?
I'm having a challenge of pasting the poster itself on the chat. So I'm still trying to figure out how we are going to do that. Okay. It's an issue of speed, of my internet speed, and also, yeah. But I'm going to do that even as we wrap up. It's going to be on the chat.
All right. Okay, then I think that is fine. What we do then is as soon as we are done with fireside, with check-in, we shall be sharing this poster. And the intention is for us to spread word. Let us show the power in being youthful and in our networks. And we share the word about the event of the chat this afternoon. All right, Mwanji, I see you are grateful. Yes, we shall to see you. And Stephen says, thank you, my brother, for welcoming me. We are glad to be part of the program. As you know that South Sudan is a young country in the continent, though most of us being in East Africa, all is well. All South Sudan is pretty. And we welcome the program and love you lead. Okay, so thank you so much,
Ivan, you seem to have been present.
Seems we lost them, right?
Everyone, at the end to say goodbye to us, and then I'll.
I think it's a technical issue going on.
Yeah, I think there's a technical issue.
Yeah, maybe you wanted to cover?
Yeah, Harriet, you can't hear him also, right?
Yeah, I can't hear him. I just see his picture stuck on the screen.
Yeah, they could be. So I think He was wrapping up the program, so I think probably we could assist him by leaving.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Great having you, Harriet.
Great having you too. Thank you.
A wonderful day to you.
You too.